Now that all 4 officers have been arrested and charged, a lot of people think it's cool, but it's not. Everything is going accordingly, okay? Everything is going as planned. Everything is going the way that they want it to go. Everything is going how it always goes. Everything is going the way it was designed to go, okay? In order. The murder happens. Then the intense protesting and preaching and praying and rioting and looting and memes and videos from citizens circulate online. After that, they give us a forced arrest and charges. Okay? After that, the police department does an autopsy. And their autopsy comes back suspect. And when their autopsy comes back suspect, the independent autopsy from the medical examiner from the victim's family come back to remind us that it was homicide. Okay? Then months go by. After months go by, the grand jury comes back and tell us that they have decided not to indict the officer or the officers involved. Okay? Meanwhile, a back and forth amount on an out-of-court settlement is taking place with the victim's attorney in the police department. Okay? Shortly after that, the sentencing comes back. The officer or the officers involved then gets little to no time or no time at all. It's a pattern. Okay? Derek Chauvin charges have been upgraded to second-degree murder. Okay? And the other 4 officers involved have been arrested and charged with aiding and abetting. Combined, all the charges carry a maximum sentence of 40 years. Yeah, there ain't a police officer in America that would do 40 years in prison for murdering a black person. It'll never happen. Now, we know that the power is in the money. But what we fail to realize is, well, some of us, the power is also in the politics. Once we realize the power is just as powerful in the politics, things will be a lot better.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Oh my God. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Oh my God. Is this shit worth you losing your job? Because you bought to.
So Trina made some very disturbing remarks about protesters on the Trick and Trina morning show. She called protesters animals. And she went on to talk more disrespectful when Trick Daddy tried to stop her and explain to her what was going on. Because obviously she's clueless about what's going on around her. Okay? She inserted herself in the situation, bringing up the fact that her brother died from black on black crime. Well, Trina, I'm sorry that that happened to you, but that's not the topic of what's going on right now. Okay? There was another topic that Trick Daddy tried to bring up about being stopped by the police while driving. She cut him off again and said she got license and insurance. She ain't worried about that. She was very disrespectful every time he tried to make a point. And the thing about that, Trina, is Philando Castile had license and insurance. And he was shot in his car in front of his girlfriend and her child. He was murdered by the police. And so was Sandra Bland. Okay? She had license and insurance when she got stopped by the police. Okay? Trina and Chicana have just been all over the internet making a fool of themselves. Basically, because they airheads. They don't have a clue of what's going on in this world right now. It's a revolution going on. And they worrying about looting. It's deeper than that, baby. You see, Trina and Chicana, it's not just all about George Floyd. Okay? He's just one of many. People are standing on the front line for change and have been for decades. Okay? I took off work for a few hours to join the cause in my city. Okay? I work in the medical field. I work 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm not a looter. I'm not an animal. I'm not an aggressive protester. But I still got hit with tear gas in the midst of it all. Okay? All y'all do is sit up and post memes and videos and make ignorant ass outbursts. You motherfuckers are really clueless to what's really going on. Y'all need to learn y'all history, okay? What Trina said is very disrespectful to our ancestors, to victims, to the victims' families, and those who are standing on the front line, okay? There's no excuses in room for ignorance during a time like this.